In the quiet village of Umueze, where chickens roamed freely and the smell of firewood stew filled the air, lived two girls whose lives were as different as night and day. Charity was born into poverty. Her mother, Mama Charity, was a widow who sold akpa by the roadside to make ends meet. They had only two things, each other, and a burning determination to rise above their situation. Charity spent her mornings fetching water, her afternoons farming, and her nights reading tattered textbooks by the glow of a kerosene lamp. She was quiet, humble, and always respectful, the kind of girl villagers often overlooked until they needed prayers. Then there was Amaka. Amaka. Born to a mother who believed that beauty was currency and marriage was the endgame. Mama Amaka was loud, flashy, and forever reminding everyone that her daughter was blessed with assets. Amaka walked like the village belonged to her. Her makeup was always perfect, even if it was borrowed. While Charity was in school, Amaka was at the beer parlor dancing for uncles who drove big cars and wore perfumes strong enough to choke a goat. At 16, she already had 2 phones and no WAEC result. Yet they were friends. At least, they used to be, back when they were little, back before the world taught them that the village only had space for one queen. Things changed quickly the year of the inter-village scholarship. The government announced that one female student from Umueze would be awarded a full scholarship to study in Lagos. Suddenly, school became serious. Charity's eyes lit up. This was her chance. She stopped selling firewood. She stopped sleeping. She read so much that even the village madman called her professor. Amaka, however, had other plans. She began seducing the local education board chairman, a bald, pot-bellied man with a wandering eye and a secret appetite for young girls. The village knew. They always knew. But nobody spoke until the scholarship day. At the village square, the elders gathered. Charity stood nervously, her hands shaking. Amaka strolled in like a beauty queen, wearing heels that sank into the red earth. As the chairman announced Charity's name as the winner, Amaka laughed bitterly and shouted, "You think you're better than me? Tell them how you got that scholarship." Sleeping with the principal. Gasps filled the air. The principal collapsed from shock. Mama Charity fainted. Charity's lips trembled. She ran away in tears. But then, the twist. 2 days later, a voice recording leaked, a conversation between Amaka and the education chairman, where Amaka begged him to change the result or she'd expose their bedroom videos. The village erupted. Amaka was disgraced. The chairman was sacked. And Charity, cleared of all suspicion, left for Lagos with tears in her eyes and nothing in her bag except 2 wrappers, 1 Bible, and a dream. In Lagos, Charity suffered. She worked as a cleaner during the day and studied at night. She starved, cried, begged God for help, but never gave up. Her lecturers loved her. Her roommates mocked her. But 4 years later, she graduated with first class. She didn't celebrate. Instead, she packed her things and returned to Umueze quietly. The village couldn't believe their eyes. She didn't come back with noise. She came back with a laptop, a vision, and a plan to build the first girls' tech hub in the village. She called it Future Daughters. Mama Charity wept. "You did not shame me," she said. But the story didn't end there. Unknown to everyone, while Charity was in Lagos, Amaka had gotten pregnant by one of her uncles. He denied the child and sent thugs to beat her. She lost the baby, along with her ability to ever conceive again. Her mother, ashamed and angry, blamed Charity for stealing her daughter's future. One rainy evening, she publicly cursed Charity at the village stream. "You think this your small English will save you? Thunder will fire your progress." The next day, she was found unconscious. Some say stroke. Others say karma. Then came the final twist. During the construction of the tech hub, Charity found an old diary in her mother's trunk. Inside, a photo. A man. A love letter. And the shocking truth, Amaka and Charity shared the same father. A man who died long ago, known only as Obi, a traveling trader who had a secret child with Mama Charity, and another with Mama Amaka. The two girls were half-sisters. Charity was stunned. She wept bitterly. All the rivalry, the hate, the betrayal, it was family all along. She confronted Amaka, who was now reduced to pounding yam at a buka to survive. "I didn't know," Charity said, voice shaking. "You knew enough to take everything," Amaka snapped. "I wanted to share it. But you were too busy destroying me to see that I was never your enemy." They didn't hug. They didn't cry together. Life wasn't a movie. But something changed that day. Charity gave Amaka a job, cleaning at the tech hub. Humble work, but honest. And Amaka, broken but wiser, took it. Years later, a group of girls stood under the mango tree, listening to a woman teach them how to use a computer. That woman was Amaka. Her makeup was gone. Her laugh was softer. And every time a girl asked why she was teaching, she smiled and pointed to the photo of Charity on the wall. She believed in me. Even when I didn't believe in myself. Charity, meanwhile, had become a national figure, hosting events, giving scholarships, and spreading her foundation across rural Nigeria. But she never forgot Umueze. And every year, on the same day she won that scholarship, she returned home, sat quietly at her mother's grave, and whispered, "You were right, Mama. Charity begins at home."